Well, a lot of their play runs through Awaniyi and just being so dominant physically. I can see Kurt Zuma troubling that a bit just to fit on from a physical standpoint.
You know, he actually, Awaniyi got injured 2 weeks ago, hasn't played.
Let's cut that out the video.
I made that up. But the fact that you didn't know tells me you haven't been locked in to Nottingham Forest games.
You can't be doing this to me.
Yeah, I'll do it every fucking time.
Can't be doing
I need Saj back on this channel. I need someone who watches Premier League content.
I do. I just don't watch all the big games.
Okay. All right, fellas. Let's raise a toast to Chelsea's victory and Nicholas Jackson's success. Welcome back.
Hat-trick.
Welcome back to Lockdown Sports. Slightly intoxicated.
Speak for
slightly
yourself.
numb.
Him, not me.
To Tottenham's loss this week, which I sadly mispredicted.
Saw that coming from
Of course you did. Of course you did. New week of Premier League action, fellas. Week 11, week 12 now, I think it is actually.
Yep.
The feature game, Chelsea versus Man City. I'm going to let Jono embrace the bias this week. Jono, I want to hear...
It's straight objectivity. That's what it is.
I want to hear straight objectivity about the Chelsea Man City game. And tell me why the man on the left and right are going to beat the man in the middle.
Not happening, buddies.
Okay.
So, we'll start from the lowest to highest here with my predictions.
Okay.
So, Reece James yellow card. Okay. Reece James yellow card.
Maturity.
This man on the right here, he cooked a bit too much for the weekend.
He cooked way too much.
A bit too much.
And none of you guys had him in your fantasy team.
No one. So, Reece James is going to put his hands on him.
Yeah.
Put his hands on him. Send a message.
Fair enough.
I've got both teams to score.
Okay.
Yeah.
Brave man.
Are you ready not ready for the next one, are you? Chelsea to win by 1.
Exactly 1.
By 1.
Exactly 1.
Yes.
So, you know that's like the limit of your expectation?
Objectivity. That's what's going to happen.
Oh, okay,
That's what's going to happen.
But in your heart, you're going to smash them, I'm guessing.
No.
No?
No. It'll be a nice competitive game of football.
If your mental limit is Chelsea winning by 1, my mental limit is actually Chelsea probably losing by at least 2. But anyways.
Delusion.
Okay. We didn't get to see what I thought we'd see from Chelsea versus Spurs. I was expecting a nice, tough game.
Was chaos.
And
Chaos
these guys had the audacity to get 2 red cards. And I couldn't get to watch the pressing action that I liked.
They asked for it.
Okay? They were dying for it.
When as a team you put that much pressure on your opposition and you cause them to crumble like that, you give yourself rewards throughout the game.
The stakes were too high.
They were. I told you. Chelsea, Tottenham, we find a way. We find a way. We find a way.
Nevertheless, Nico Jackson, the worst hat-trick of all time last week.
This morning.
This week.
Yeah.
How do you think you're going to score against this team? I still don't see how you consistently create chances.
City are susceptible somehow, just on the break, and I feel like naturally that's how we're going to play against them this week. They like to dominate possession. They're too good at it. And with Sterling as well, he'll be a threat just naturally. He won't be super efficient, but...
Revenge game.
He will create chances.
Second season back.
I think the boys will be full of confidence as well coming off today, winning away at Spurs Stadium. The crowd will be riled up at home.
Spurs Stadium, you're fucking
Tottenham
casual.
Hotspur Stadium. What do you want me to say? The crowd will be riled up at the bridge as well. Hey, we're going to be firing. We're going to get this win. City, put them into a bit of a slump.
I'm praying for Doku because those Chelsea fans,
he's
mate.
getting some paws put on him.
Those Chelsea fans, mate.
Oh, no,
yeah.
no. Hey, we're a good club, good
okay.
people. And also, Haaland got a knock.
Mm.
We don't know how bad it is right now. De Bruyne is still out.
I'm going to be real, John. Julian Alvarez is like a top 5, top 6 Premier League striker.
That's playing off Haaland. That's a sole striker we don't know yet. We don't know.
He did this thing in the World Cup where he actually won it all by himself.
Okay. See, after my Ballon d'Or stuff last week, Messi won that World Cup on his own. Okay. I don't want to hear anything about Alvarez.
All right. That's enough. Jono's prediction, City to lose by exactly 1.
Yep.
Reece James with the yellow card and
I gave them
City
a goal.
to get on a score.
I gave them a goal.
Nice man. Charitable.
Yeah.
All right, fellas. We cover all the big games, right?
Yeah.
We cover all the big
Huge
games. West Ham, Forest.
Yeah.
This is the one we've all been looking forward to.
100%.
Okay. Some of you probably have James Ward-Prowse in your fantasy team.
The wrong player.
Wrong player. Who is the right player, John?
The right player?
Yeah.
The one and only Jared Bowen. Left-footed maestro.
Okay, so me and John have been talking since the start of the season. He predicted a Jared Bowen
double.
Double. 10 goals, 10 assists.
Yep.
What's he on now?
He's on 7 goals and 1 assist. But hey, the goals are tracking well. They're
tracking
well.
Way too well.
He is
and
cooking.
I've seen a few people on Twitter throw this one out. It's the hottest take I will put onto a locked-in video.
Okay.
Mohamed Salah replacement in 2 years' time.
Hey,
is that too far?
No, I mean maybe in the summer.
Maybe in the
summer. You don't know.
I'm just gonna say in the system, it looks nice off the bench.
It does.
It looks nice off the bench. Like I wouldn't mind him as a fourth or fifth.
I don't mind.
Over Mohamed.
I don't mind.
Over Mohamed.
Right now, not
yeah,
right now.
yeah. You take that back.
I'm saying after he leaves.
Okay.
After he leaves.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I got a bit vexed there.
No, Salah is that guy. He is that guy.
Okay. If you were gonna take him over Mohamed right now, that we would have had problems.
Yeah.
My prediction for the game, however,
Let's hear it.
West Ham, Forest, 2 teams who are better without the ball. Let's not lie here.
Yeah.
They play better when they are playing direct.
Yep.
And I saw firsthand against Forest when they were 1 or 2 up against us.
Hey, our knee, man.
When they were 2-0 up against us, they had the ball and they didn't know what to do with it. And
Yeah.
they were just losing it relentlessly. Unforced errors. We need that stat in soccer the way it is in tennis.
I like that.
The way I see it in this game, West Ham will inevitably have more of the ball.
Yep.
And because of that, it won't play to their strengths. I've got Forest winning 2-1.
You got Forest winning.
Forest winning 2-1. Bit of a hot take. I don't do hot takes. But I do think it is against the run of play. But Forest have been playing well. Few good results. And always looked to impress on the counter. And I think they are going to be the team that gets to play their style of play.
Well, a lot of their play runs through Awaniyi and just being so dominant physically. I can see Kurt Zuma troubling that a bit just to fit on from a physical standpoint.
You know, he actually, Awaniyi got injured 2 weeks ago, hasn't played.
Let's cut that out of the video.
I made that up, motherfucker. But the fact that you didn't know tells me you haven't been locked in to Nottingham Forest games.
You can't be doing this to me.
Yeah, I'll do it every fucking time.
Can't be doing
I need Saj back on this channel. I need someone who watches Premier League content.
I do. I just don't watch all the big games.
Okay.
But yeah, Kurt Zuma.
Yes.
I see him matching up physically well with Awaniyi.
Egwerd, if he's back. West Ham have the guys to lock these guys down aerially.
Like attack-wise, Ward-Prowse has had a great season. My guy Jared Bowen has had a great season to date. Antonio, he's somewhat inconsistent, but he just always finds a way to just make something out of nothing.
Did you see that Kudus goal this week?
No, I have not.
Acrobatic to say the least. I wanted him instead of Hoyland, and look what we have now. 0 goals in 8 games. All right, it's that time.
Interesting one.
You're crying, I'm crying.
Where we cook.
Jono's crying. Okay, last week it was Haaland versus Nunez, and I think I won based on minutes played, or it might have been tied.
Haaland got 1 point.
I think Nunez might have gotten 1 or 2 points as well.
Yeah, it wasn't a great week in fantasy for everyone, actually.
All right, so end of the video. This is what we do every time.
Yep.
Subscribe if you haven't already, by the way. FPL captains.
Yeah.
Jono usually picks Haaland.
I mix it up.
This week you've got them losing, and he might be injured. Who do you have?
I've gone back to the star boy himself, Wonder Kid, Bukayo Saka.
Bukayo Saka.
Bukayo Saka.
Again, who have they got?
They have got Burnley at home.
Not a bad fixture.
Odegaard has missed the last few weeks. We don't know if he's going to be back. Arsenal have lost 2 games in a row, 1 in the cup, 1 in the league, and I see them getting back to winning terms against Burnley, who have been horrible this season. I could see Saka getting at least 2 goal contributions and a nice points haul.
You know, they haven't been too happy, Arsenal, with Saka's performances this season. Against us, against City, a lot of these games
he's either... Odegaard a few weeks ago.
Yeah. A lot of these games, he hasn't been that guy. And, you know, a few people calling for a championship loan on Twitter. But that's Twitter. That's not facts and accuracy. My FPL captain for this week. Let me just remind myself who it is. I talked about revenge when we talked about Raheem Sterling going back to face Man City.
Is he even in your team?
I'm not picking him.
Okay.
I would never pick a Chelsea player against Man City as my FPL captain. But going along with that idea of revenge, Eddie Howe, Callum Wilson against Bournemouth.
Ooh.
Okay? I know Callum Wilson doesn't feel that shit personally, but you see how Eddie Howe tries to build that us versus them mentality.
Yep. And if it's worked for Newcastle and their fans.
It's worked. And if you think he does that normally for normal games, imagine going against Bournemouth, the team that thought he wasn't good enough to stick around.
Yeah.
And now look at him.
And in sports, players or coaches, when things are personal, it's really personal. And they turn up.
And Callum Wilson is Eddie Howe's soldier. Eddie Howe brought in a few guys, Fraser, Richie, they're all over there at Newcastle now. He's kept some of what was good about that Bournemouth team.
Yeah.
And I do see Wilson battering them because we saw Bournemouth midweek, John. We saw them. Yes, it was Man City. Yes, Jeremy Doku did what he did.
Yeah.
But Newcastle are relentless.
They are. Where's the game at?
Bournemouth at the Vitality. Ooh. So if you're talking about revenge, one day when they make the Newcastle documentary and paint it as like a really rosy picture, they'll have this day in there as one of the episodes.
I like that pick. Yeah, it's a bit out there, but Callum Wilson, his boy, Eddie Howe, going back to home. He's been the starter for a few weeks now after Alexander Isak's injury.
Yeah.
I knew about that.
Good. Good.
I'm aware
FPL. FPL keeps you locked in. Anywhere else?
It wasn't from FPL,
okay.
I'm just a football visionary.
Okay. All right.
Like to say.
That's it for the video. Jono's got Chelsea winning. Yep. I've got Forest beating West Ham. FPL captains.
I've got Saka. And
I've got
Callum Wilson.
Stay tuned. Stay locked in. Subscribe for more. New videos next week. Premier League previews, NBA reviews, and casuals on Friday.
See you next time.